Thanks so much, Zizi. Thank you, Sylvia. Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sunday, November 30th, 2025. I'm Ajika, and I would like to welcome everyone near and far to Golden Heart Spiritual Communities. I have the honor and pleasure of introducing our wonderful guest speaker, Reverend Anna Scott.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So grateful that you have had me here with you today. Yeah, so this is a lot of first for me. I've never done a talk on Zoom before, and I've never met any of your community except Reverend Sandra, Reverend Dr. Sandra, and Reverend Patty Rumsa. So anyway, I'm just grateful to be here, grateful for this opportunity, and just want to wish everyone a happy holiday. I'm actually at my brother's house in Denver. I live in Grand Junction. I don't know if you know Colorado, but opposite ends of the state. Denver is more in the mountain area. Grand Junction's more in the desert area. But anyway, so the video, the camera shot that I see is not great, but I hope you guys can see my cute little face. Anyway, I do also want to tell you all how much I appreciate and admire and respect Reverend Dr. Sandra, who has worked with our community in Grand Junction some years ago and just did great things for us. And yeah, she's a light. So, and then Reverend Patty Rumsa, I guess you all know Patty, Reverend Patty. So Reverend Patty was the senior minister when I became a minister, and I was assistant minister under her for 3 years, and then I became the senior minister. And I just retired from that in June. So since then, well, for a while I did just traveled and relaxed and did not much. And now I've been speaking around town a little bit more, and especially at a Unity church. And I realized that I really didn't know much about Unity. It's very similar to Science of Mind, but not exactly the same. And one of my friends let me borrow this book called Dare to Believe by a woman named May Rowland, who I never had heard of May Rowland before, but she ran the Silent Unity for 55 years. So that's the same as our Ministry of Prayer, World Ministry of Prayer. So I think that's pretty awesome. And anyway, that little book is great. So, and this talk was inspired by that book, this talk, The Beneficial Presence. So in that book, May Rowland says that there's always been within us a vague yet persistent feeling that there is something within us that is greater than what we express. There is something within us that is greater than what we express. Jesus came to reveal this powerful truth to us. Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." So today, as we consider these ideas, and we consider that beneficial presence within us, our goal is to open up more to that radiant truth that we are never separate from the flow of divine good. We may have felt bound by our circumstances. Sometimes we feel like we're bound by what somebody said or did, or how we thought they acted, or maybe what our checkbook looks like. And the truth is, in every circumstance, beneath every appearance, the presence of good is here. It is active, it is alive, it is available to each one of us. And I just realized that I am not sharing my slides, so I'm going to try to do that. Okay, good. Now I just want to make this. Is that good for you all? Can you see the slide? Yes. Okay. Okay, so this time of year, I always think about the cornucopia. And this year I did a little bit of research on it. It represents the bounty of Thanksgiving, and we're just thinking about gratitude Thanksgiving, not how unfortunate it was for what happened really in this land. Anyway, it's a horn-shaped container, often called the horn of plenty. Often you see it overflowing with fruits and flowers and other goods. It symbolizes abundance and plenty. It symbolizes, this is what I think is exciting, it symbolizes an inexhaustible store of something. Inexhaustible store of something. Which isn't that what that beneficial presence within us is? An inexhaustible store of something. Horns, in case you didn't know, are symbols of power. The very phrase, horn of plenty, contains the fruit of the head, the horn of law, and the fruit of the body, the abundant outpouring of grace. The symbol of the cornucopia relates back to Greek mythology about Zeus, when Zeus was just a little baby boy, and his dad, I guess, wanted to kill all the male babies, and so his mom sent him away. And believe it or not, he was raised by a goat named Amalthea. Now, one time he accidentally broke off one of Amalthea's horns. And then that horn magically gained the divine power to provide an endless supply of food and drink for Zeus. So, therefore, the horn of plenty. So May Rowland, back to May Rowland, and let's do our slide, who lived from 1890 to 1977, became the director of the Silent Unity in what year was that? Well, she was 26 years old, so 1916, and served in that position until 1971. And so, we are so used to email and cell phones and all that. This started in 1890. So the way they got most of their messages was through the mail service. And then in 1907, they were delighted when they got a telephone. So at first, when May Rowland took over the Silent Unity, she would go to Charles Fillmore for advice on difficult letters. And after a few times of providing her with the help she requested, Fillmore said to Rowland, "The Christ mind is in you. Use it." And isn't that true for all of us? The Christ mind is in us. We can use it. One thing that May Rowland said in that book that I just love is, Anna? Are you acquainted with the power within you that will remake your life? Are you acquainted with the power within you that will remake your life? When I read that, I thought acquainted sounds to me like an acquaintance, somebody you just barely met. Maybe you met them at the grocery store. How do we make that acquaintance with that power more real to us, to where that's really our go-to? Well, like any relationship, we have to spend time with it. And for each one of us, we're all unique beings, so we can start where we are. Even if we take 5 minutes a day to be with our power, to be with the beneficial presence, it will make a difference. We can pray, we can meditate, we can go out in nature. We can talk with our Creator, the beneficial presence. So today we are going to deepen our knowing that there is no true connection out there. It all happens in here. It all happens in here, within us. That beneficial presence is within us. So we're going to practice seeing through the lens of spiritual awareness today from our 2020 spiritual vision. Our spiritual vision is always perfect. The beneficial presence is not coming from somewhere else. It is not a material thing. It is consciousness. It is you. It is me. It is the truth of who we are. It is right now, right where we are. May Rowland also talks about God is your help in every need. So I have a little story I'm going to tell you. But first, I go to a place, Jesus said, I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, there you may be also. Jesus was talking about a place in consciousness, a place in pure consciousness, a place of the beneficial presence. He was talking about us allowing ourselves to live from a higher consciousness, Christ consciousness, if you will. So when we have a need or a desire, we can realize that that beneficial presence is willing. But are we willing? Are we willing? Are we willing to ask for help? Have you ever been afraid to ask for help? Have you ever been reluctant? Did you ever think, oh, I don't want to be a bother? Or I don't want to be judged as being weak or incapable? Or maybe it's a fear of vulnerability, a fear of admitting that you're struggling. You know, in my life, there have been times when I've even resisted asking God for help. God, the infinite, all-knowing, all-powerful presence, the almighty God. And I think it's too much for me to ask God to help me get a parking spot or some other even more urgent need. Well, Spirit is the source of all things. Spirit is the source of that beneficial presence. And as May Rowland said, God is your help in every need. So long ago and far away, I had an opportunity to see this come to life. One day I was getting ready to iron a shirt. Yes, I still iron shirts. And I went in the bathroom. This is my bathroom at my house, to put water in the iron. And I just tapped the sink and the sink fell into the vanity. It just dropped. Well, at first I thought I can do this myself. And I Googled it. And so that sink that you see there is what they call undermount. So it adheres to the bottom of that piece of granite. But there are sinks that are overmount that will just have a lip that will sit on that granite, or so I thought. And so I was talking to Mike, my friend here, and just was asking him, like, how do you think that would work to just put an overmount sink there? And he said, oh, let me come over and look at it. Well, thank God he did, because I ended up asking Mike for help. After we went and bought a couple of different overmount sinks, we realized they won't fit unless we recut that granite. And I didn't feel good about trying to recut that granite. For one thing, getting it off that vanity, I don't know how that would work. But anyway, after a lot of deliberation, we decided we were going to just reattach that sink, the undermount sink, the original sink. Well, the challenge with that was to find a way to hold that sink up, because that glue has to adhere to the sink and it has to sit there for a while for that to happen. So Mike had this great idea and built a platform that had a wooden frame. So the wooden frame held the sink up and there was a platform. And then we used my car jack to hold that platform up to the bottom of the sink. And it worked just great. And my sink is in beautiful shape now. So the beneficial presence in this case was God, was Spirit, was that source in the form of my friend Mike. So what this tells me is that that beneficial presence shows itself as each one of us, as we allow. Uh-oh. So yeah, the beneficial presence is our source and supply. The good is always right where we are. That beneficial present isn't somewhere distant or delayed or dependent on some other something. It is right where we are all the time, immediate, intimate, and infinite. As we have learned in Science of Mind, Good isn't something to attain, but something to reveal. Ernest Holmes said, "There's nothing to heal, only wholeness to reveal." You may have heard that before. Yeah, that beneficial presence is within us. That wholeness is within us, waiting to be revealed. It is the very essence of our being. The beneficial presence is that which beats our hearts and breathes us, expressing the life that we are living. So we're invited to turn from the illusion of absence to the revelation of omnipresence. Wherever we stand, the fullness of the infinite stands with us. There's a song that was written, well, kind of a long time ago, 1989, and Tina Turner really made it a hit. It's called Simply the Best. I don't know if you know that song. It was also on Schitt's Creek if you happen to watch that sitcom. But there's a line in that song that I've thought about for a long time that says, "Speak a language of love like you know what it means. Speak a language of love like you know what it means." The beneficial presence only knows the language of love. And the true language of love is a language beyond words. It's only known to us in feelings. We may try to describe it in words, but it's not truly possible. So we today are letting that soak into us and know that the beneficial presence is our source and supply, always present, always ready. May Rowland also said, "Every day our faith increases through the law of use." The law of use. What that means to me is spiritual practices. As we commit to our spiritual practices, our faith increases. As we open to that awareness of good, that higher vibration of gratitude, we're awakened to more things to be grateful for. We've all heard a million times, what we focus on increases. So let's look for the beneficial presence, even within ourselves. Gratitude, being aware of that beneficial presence, magnifies the potential of our lives. You know, Ernest Holmes always talked, well, not always, but did talk about the mental tendency of a person, the general mental tendency. And I think we have all noticed a general mental tendency of people that we are around. You know, the person that just makes you feel better by being in the room with them, or the person that maybe seems like kind of closed in. So when our general mental tendency is that we are believing that life is good, we are living more in the awareness of the beneficial presence. The beneficial presence reminds us that we are not alone, that God indeed is our help in every need. We know that God may show up in different ways, a baby laughing, a beautiful rose, a snowstorm, a puppy or a kitten, or even Mike. So it's a good idea for us to take a moment at the end of the day, think of at least one experience that we are grateful for, and remember it, and set an intention to sleep in that energy of gratitude. And then let it continue to the next morning. Wake up and be grateful for something. Yeah. Ride that vibration. So speak your affirmation. May Rowland also said this in her book. Read these words of Jesus. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible to you. She says, perhaps you, as I, have read this passage many times and have concentrated on the thought of that tiny grain of mustard seed having the ability to remove mountains. But the important part of that text is the word say. We are not just to think or even to pray, but we are to speak the word of faith fearlessly as an active, commanding prayer. We are encouraged to speak our word, to engage our connection with the beneficial presence. The beneficial presence is the eternal yes of spirit, the quiet assurance that good is not somewhere else waiting to arrive, but here, now, unfolding itself through our awareness. As we align with this truth, life ceases to be a search and becomes a sacred recognition. Heaven is not a destination, but a realization that of the good that is always where we are. And if you would, please join me in a spiritual mind treatment. And so at this time, we just move into this place where we sense and feel and know and recognize that power and that presence that is all around us, that is always right where we are, no matter our circumstances, no matter the situation. Spirit is present. And I claim for myself and for each one on this call and everyone who might listen to this later, God is right where you are. That beneficial presence is within you. So we turn within to that truth which indeed does set us free, that truth that lets us know that we are one with the Spirit. We rejoice in knowing that God is our help in every need. So I just know that that beneficial presence is surrounding each one of us in this moment, lifting us. And I claim for Reverend Dr. Sandra that she is healing, that her recovery is perfect and complete. And I claim that healing energy for anyone who needs that today. I claim divine guidance and wisdom for our government leaders, for our country, for all the countries in the world. I claim that that beneficial presence is filling each and every one today, and that we are guided to a place of truth and love and peace. I say thank you, Spirit, and so it is. And I have a little affirmation for us. I live in a universe of love, intelligence, and perfect support, and I am grateful.
Would you like me to play a song now, or?
Well, you know what? Yes, I would. And I'm so sorry because I kind of messed up the whole.
No, that's fine. It's perfect. I can play that now or whenever you say.
How about now?
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Oh, I can install this.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
So that was beautiful. Ajika, do you want to do the reading
Yes.
now?
I sure can. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Sylvia. I
That'd be great.
appreciate that. And beautiful discussion. Thank you so much, Reverend Scott. Reading out of the Science of Mind on November 30th, Sunday, 2025. It's the ultimate sign. In the universal, it is God, the living spirit almighty. In the individual, it is God, the living spirit individualized. I am that I am means God. Ernest Holmes. We have all asked for signs at crossroads of uncertainty. We plead for clarity. Make it clear. Write it in the sky. Paint it red. We crave direction, confirmation, a glimpse of something beyond our own questioning minds. But what is the greatest sign has already been given? What if the ultimate answer came not in the thunderous proof of grand gestures, but in the quiet, timeless revelation heard by Moses at the burning bush? I am that I am. Or that in the ecstatic declaration of Al-Halazid, I am the real. Or in the Upshanab, simple, boundless truth, I am the absolute. Every tradition points to this. The most profound sign is not out there. It is the indwelling recognition of what we already are. The I am within us needs no validation. It does not prove, it simply is. It does not rise or fall with circumstance. It is the essence of all paradox. Loving what once felt unlovable, the stillness beyond every story. It is the story, it is your story and mine. Perhaps devotion itself is not the desperate requests for signs from the universe, but the daily turning towards the one sign, the eternal, unshakable presence that quietly says, I am is who I am. Ernest Holmes echoes this endlessly, and as do all sages and wisdom traditions. They meet in the same understanding. all seeking ends, not in answers, but in being. All roads point home. The truest sign you will ever receive is your own being, awakened to itself. Affirmation. I rest in the greatest sign of all. I am is who I am. Enjoy this.
So at this point, Reverend Ann, if you have anything else you'd like to share with us, or if anybody has anything they want to share, we can open it up. We have a little bit of time, and then we can end with the closing prayer from you, Reverend Anna. Just a closing, a little bit of a closing, and then we have one more song. So
Okay, well, again, I apologize for
no,
the
yeah.
order of service is different today, but that's all right. We're flexible, right?
Actually, it's good for the brain, they say, to do things differently. So I think that was a divine intervention. So,
Well, I loved that reading that was in that Ajika, is that how
Yeah.
we say it?
Yes,
Just
thank
read.
you.
That's beautiful. And I think it just really goes with this message so much. It's not out there, it's right in here. So awesome. So do we do the blessing now, blessing the offering?
I would like to interject something, Reverend
Sure.
Ann.
Yeah,
Hi.
sure.
First of all, everything was perfect.
Oh,
Just
good.
know
Okay.
that it was all perfect, and I love your talk. It was beautiful. I would like everyone to keep in their prayers my sister-in-law, Kathy Wells. She was in a head-on accident yesterday afternoon
Oh,
with her partner. They're out of ICU. That's good news. And it's Kathie, Kathy Wells, and
Oh.
Amir, Amir. They're out of ICU. She's in a lot of pain with broken sternum, broken ribs, and lots of bruises in her face and stuff. But she's alive, and she didn't have her head cracked open or anything. So it's all good, and we're very grateful. But just prayers and knowing and thanksgiving of her release of pain and her comfort and blessings and thanksgiving for their health. So I would like all of you to keep that in mind this week. So thank you.
and I will also share a little bit of feedback from my phone, but I'm going to ignore it. That I spoke with Reverend Sandra this morning. She was going to try and join us, but she is also under the influence of pain medications and whatnot. But she's doing really, really well. She shared that she is at 80% with her knee in terms of flexing, and her doctors are very happy about that. So I just wanted to share that she's doing well, and she plans on being back next week, but we're going to kind of put that on hold to see what happens. So, yeah, I mean, if anybody else has anything to share, otherwise we can do the closing prayer and then the song, or the song first and then the closing prayer. Either way, probably the song first and then the closing prayer. But I'll open it up and see if anybody has any.
I just wanted to say thank you for the beautiful sermon service. It was quite lovely and perfect for today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks to Reverend Anna.
Yeah, I agree. That was really nice. I enjoyed the slides tremendously. It was a treat. So I will go ahead and play the last song because I don't want to. I'm sure it's a beautiful song. I don't want to leave that out. So I'll play that song and then we can come back for our closing. Oh, in terms of the blessing, that would be great if you wanted to bless. We do our contributions through a link usually through the newsletter that Reverend Sandra sends out. So we do it after the service or during, either way. But let me go ahead and play that song.
Time's unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. And with every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony. Play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, 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 love. Sing that with me. Love, 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 love. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred, and guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me.
So would you like me to do that prayer?
Yes, go ahead. Take it away. Bring us home.
Did you have some other something?
No, that's it. That's it. We are complete.
Mm. So just breathing into this moment, feeling such a sense of gratitude and love. What a beautiful day it is. So grateful for this time that I got to spend with this beautiful community. And in this moment of turning within to that higher power, I just know for Kathy and for her partner, Mare, that their healing is happening right now, that the Spirit of God is right where they are, and that pattern of perfection within their physical bodies is outpicturing in perfect health. And I'm so grateful to take this time to bless this spiritual community and the beneficial presence that it is. Grateful for this opportunity to support and be a part of this important work. And I just imagine my gift, and I would invite you to do the same, to just imagine your gift, holding it in your hands, filling it with the love from that beneficial presence, knowing that love indeed does cover you. And if you want to repeat after me, you can. I bless this gift as it comes through the beneficial presence as me. I know it is returned to me in great and varied and abundant ways. I know that I am blessed, that our life is good, and that we are moving forward into this holiday season, knowing that the beneficial presence is right where we are as us. I say thank you, Spirit. I'm grateful to know that this word is already heard in the mind of God. I release, I let it go, and together we say, and so it is.
So thank you, Reverend Anna Scott. That was really beautiful, and you're welcome to join us anytime. So
Well, thanks.
usually are here on
Yeah.
Sundays, and we will hope that Reverend Sandra is back. But if she's not, we get the blessing of all these different wonderful people. So that's nice too. So either way, we're good. So
Well,
thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for the opportunity. I'm glad to meet you all.
Yeah, same here. And we're a small group, but we're hopefully growing. And I have dogs crawling off my lap, so they're telling me it's time to
go out,
to say goodbye and bless everybody on this call. So
Well,
I will
you
thank
all
you
so much. God
and
bless.
hope to see you all next week. So thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.